Hi there, welcome to another edition of Spot Training, teaching you to do more anywhere. My name's Josh, I'm going to be your trainer today, and we are working on a v02 max workout for sprint aerobics. So v02 max, what it basically means is trying to get your heart rate to its peak as high as you can, and not necessarily stay there for a long period of time, but definitely try to push it as far as what your heart is able to capacitate, how much oxygen it's able to do per pump. So for the workout today, the muscle chain, as I stated earlier, is going to be sprints. So lots of moving around, one leg at a time, jumping around, and yeah, just trying to get that heart rate going. So for the warm-up, which you'll see right here, let me frame it better. Right here. Yeah, there. You're going to be doing alternating toe touches, followed by a split wood chop, alternating hip circles, followed by an inchworm. So the alternating toe touch, we'll start off with. You'll go ahead and get your feet nice and wide with your toes pointing straight ahead. This is going to be more of a hinging motion. You'll go opposite arm to opposite leg. As you are hinging though, most of the motion should come out of your hips, pushing your glutes back and then thrusting them forward. Don't round out your back, don't bend in the knees. You do want to maintain a slight bend in the knees just to avoid any sort of tension inside of the back of the knee. But yeah, you'll keep that chest nice and upright, opposite arm, opposite leg. Push those hips back, find a nice big stretch inside of your hamstrings. I've done a lot of deadlifts, so I'll stop right here at mid-calf. Back and forth, okay? We're starting in 2 minutes. I'm just demoing right now. After that, you've got a split wood chop, which you can execute with a resistance band, a towel. I've got my yoga strap right here. But basically, you'll get a nice wide base again. You're going to get some tension inside of that strap, pulling it in between, squeezing your scapula together. Bit windy today. Lots of new stuff blowing in. Core brace, chest upright. You're going to twist left to right, warming up those shoulders, which we'll be using later on in some twisting motions. Warming up that core, warming up those obliques, and getting the scapula squeezed. That way we're ready to brace inside of a plank position later on. We have some Santanas if y'all want to peek ahead, which is a nice little twisting plank. After that is going to be hip circles. Looks like what it sounds like. You're going to bring your knee up, in, and out. And a nice big circle, wafting out those hips. Think about that ball and socket joint, trying to get a nice round motion out of it, creating a nice rounded ball at the end of your femur. Then last, is that the walking calf raise? No, the inchworm, even better. You'll start off standing upright. You're going to bring your hands down to the floor, crawl out into a plank position. Small steps with the hands and then crawl in. Small steps with the feet into a full stand and back down. All right, 20 seconds. We're going to get started. I've already got the timer set up. We're going to do 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Make sure to clear a good space for yourself. And make sure you have water, towel. If you need a pause, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to get going right away.
3, 2, 1.
Alternating toe
Exercise.
touches. And again, keep your back straight. Very important aspect of it. You don't want to be putting any tension inside of the lower back. We're not trying to warm up your back right now. We're trying to stretch out those hamstrings. Very important muscle for any sort of sprinting. If you've ever been a sprinter or done track, you know what I'm talking about. Tight hamstrings come with that. For me, I have tight hamstrings from deadlifts, from powerlifting. If you've ever lifted weights, you know what I'm talking about. 10 seconds. We'll take a little breather. Fix my little plant.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
Okay. Next is going to be that wood chop, that split wood chop. Grab this here strap. Get some tension into it. Nice wide base.
2,
Core
1.
brace, chest
Exercise.
upright. Wood chop. Nice and smooth, nice and steady. We're warming up and stretching out those obliques. And we're warming up our rhomboids, the muscle in between our shoulder. The obliques being the sides of our core, the sides of our abdomen. In this case, the internal obliques, not the external. Really good for hourglass figure. Warming up that heart as well, which we'll be needing. We'll be needing in spades. We've got a slew of ballistic workouts, high
3,
heart rate
2,
workouts coming to you.
1. Rest.
Okay. Next is going to be hip circles. You'll bring those knees in, across your body, and out to the side. 3, 2, 1.
1. Exercise.
Big circles, wafting out any sort of knots or fluid buildup, scar tissue buildup in those hips. Mine are feeling pretty good today, actually, surprisingly. Usually, oh, there it is. I have a click on my left, right about there, yeah. And that's just, little pockets of air, little pockets of fluid, little stuff worth wafting out. Big circles, big circles.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, and last is that inchworm, kind of a low-grade burpee. It'll definitely get your heart rate going. I'm going to get a nice white base because my mobility is not too fantastic in my hamstrings. I'd recommend doing the same if you feel that way.
Exercise.
Chest upright, core brace. Bring those hands down to the floor. Crawl out. And crawl your feet in. Keep breathing.
Three, two, 1. Rest.
Certainly got me going a little bit. Nothing too crazy. All right, we're going back to the beginning with those alternating toe touches. Chest upright, back flat, core brace.
Exercise.
Tailbone lifted. Slight bend in the knees. We're stretching out our hamstrings. Keep breathing through it. Keep warming up that heart. Those lungs. That oxygen intake. Shouldn't be too tough right now. Tough enough that you can keep a walk going. Or I'm sorry, a talk. Like a walking pace, a walking heart rate.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Not so tough that you're out of breath. You're not able to speak without taking deep breaths in between. Wood chop. Grab your strap. Get a little tension in it.
1.
Core brace.
Exercise.
Just left to right. Whew. The elements are out today. In this case, in Texas weather, this is cold. More windy than anything for sure. One minute. Well, not really, 45 seconds. $15 seconds. 5, 4,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Rest.
Make sure my sound's set up right. Now it is. You got those hip circles next.
2, 1.
Oh, gross.
Exercise.
That's better. Hip circles. Knee in, out, and across. Doing good. Keep smoothing it out. Keep smoothing out your breathing.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. Inchworms. Last part of round 2. And then we'll start back over one more time. Crawl out to that plank. Crawl your
2,
feet forward
1.
into a full stand.
Exercise.
Should have time for one more.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Heart rate's going a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Certainly feeling it. That body's opening up. Capillaries opening up.
2,
That's good.
1.
Alternating toe touches.
Exercise.
Last set. Last chance to really open up those hamstrings. Get them ready for that sprinting exercise. Back flat, chest upright, core braced, tailbone lifted. Slight bend in the knees. Focus on the back of your thigh where your hamstrings are. That's where you want to feel the stretch.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Wood chops are next. We'll be doing a collection of ballistic workouts. One nice little planking workout, so be ready for
2,
your shoulders,
1.
your core to be worked
Exercise.
out. Your feet, my feet, are definitely going to be feeling it. If y'all ever want to see what flat feet look like, just look at the bottom of the screen. I work on them. I definitely didn't have a good work on them when I was a kiddo. You wouldn't find me at the basketball courts or doing races or anything like that. But now I try to avoid the flat feet by making sure they're nice and stretched, mobilized, they have good balance. And like today,
3,
have good ballistic
2,
strength,
1.
which I'll definitely be
Rest.
working on today. And you will too, as long as you finish this workout up, right? Hip circles. Bring those knees up and across your body out to the side.
2,
Last chance to get a
1.
good circle, wafting out those
Exercise.
hips. This I can do all day. I'm all about those hip circles. Mobility in the hips, you got it. Mobility in the ankles and feet, not so much. After this, we got a set of inchworms, and I'll start setting up the timer for that primary workout.
Three,
3,
2, 1. Rest.
All right. Primary workout, again, if you want to take a look at it, it's going to be 2 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. First minute, not so bad. Second minute,
2,
v02 max.
1.
Once you get
Exercise.
to that max, you're going to need the breather. 2 minutes is a good amount of time Hopefully it's enough. If it's too much, feel free to put an active rest in between, like high knees or butt kicks. Or if it's too little, feel free to hit the pause button. I know for a professional boxer, they might take a minute of rest in between their rounds, but some of us aren't professionals. We're just here for the exercise. So certainly find something that's going to be a good challenge for you. Still a challenge though.
3, 2,
Okay.
1. Rest.
And get this timer set up. So again, you'll be doing 2 minutes of work. 2 minutes of work. And 2 minutes of rest. And I put a little 4-minute timer on there. That way I have a little time to explain. Let me make sure this is set up right. 4, 2, 2. Good. Good to go. All right. Sounds like someone's excited down there. So we're starting off with an alternating single leg hinge. The hinging motion, if you've ever deadlifted before, that's what you're looking for. Not a squat. With a hinge, you're looking to push your hips back and forward. With a squat, it's more pushing your hips down and up. So lots of work inside of the hamstrings. We'll be doing it single-legged. And after that, you'll be doing scissor jacks. Scissor jacks are like jumping jacks, except kind of in a lunging motion. Throwing your arms forward, kicking your legs back behind you. 2 minutes of rest. Then you have a Santana. A Santana is going to be a twisting plank. You're going to be on your hands. You're going to reach your arms back behind you and alternate. After that, you've got lateral fast feet. Lateral fast feet is just basically draw a straight line, jump side to side, left side, right side, left side, right side. Try to make it, smooth. You definitely don't want to roll your ankle or anything like that. But the faster you go, the higher your heart rate. The more ballistic you are, the higher your heart rate. So, alternating single leg hinge. I'm going to have one leg planted, the other leg's going to kick back. Slight bend inside of the knee. Most of my weight's going to be in my heel. A little bit on my big toe, a little bit on my little toe, but balanced in between the two. This leg, as it kicks back, it's going to keep the hip, knee, and toe pointed straight down. My core is going to stay braced, my chest is going to stay upright and parallel to the floor. And we're alternating, so you'll knock it out side to side. There's no rush on these. We're not trying to get our heart rate through the roof yet. Just trying to stretch out those hamstrings, get them a little mobilized. Scissor jacks, you're going to start opposite leg to opposite arm, forward. Then you'll give me a little hop and interchange. This is basically your in-place sprint. There's 2 ways to make it tougher. You can do bigger hops or you can do faster ones. Which variation you want to do, that's going to be up to you. But our goal is definitely to get our heart rate through the roof. You can see off of those few seconds I did of big jumps and fast jumps, and I'm already getting a little winded off of it. So try to pace yourself for the first half of the minute. Second half of the minute, you're going to feel whether or not you've got more gas to put in. Last 10 seconds, definitely put everything you've got left in there. Then you get 2 minutes of rest. After that, it's going to be a Santana. You're going to hop into a plank position with your hands down. Squeeze your chest, brace your core. Push your hips forward so that way you're flat from your knees to your shoulders or your feet to your shoulders. Then you'll bring your arm back, alternating. Oof. I did too many push-ups the other day. This is going to be rough for me. And if you do find it rough, feel free to finish off inside of those knees, which I will probably do. After that, you have lateral fast feet. Again, you'll draw an imaginary line, and you're going to step in and out of it. Just like with the scissor jacks, you can do it fast or you can do it big. Either way, trying to get that heart rate up there. Last 30 seconds, you'll know whether or not you want to amp it up, pace yourself until those last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds, everything you got left. Speed, big jumps, Whatever you can do. Just make sure to keep it safe. Don't want any rolled ankles or pulled hamstrings. Starting off with those single leg hinges. I got these for days. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Exercise.
Alternating single leg hinges. Darn it, my timer's messed up. Well, we're doing a one take, so sorry guys, just pause it. Don't start yet. All right, getting started at single leg hinges in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Guys.
All right. Here I am thinking I'm Martin Scorsese taking a one take on an exercise video. And I got an actor of 2. We can't even get it right, can we, Poppy? I blame Poppy. All right, so those single leg hinges, again, you want to focus on bracing your bottom leg by keeping that knee slightly bent, putting the predominance of your weight in your heel, a little bit in the big toe, a little bit in the little toe. But since you're hinging, your hips should be coming back, which means that weight should be coming back, your center of gravity should be coming back with it. My back leg is avoiding any twisting by keeping that toe, knee, and hip pointed straight down. Same thing with my chest. My core is avoiding any twisting by staying parallel to the floor. I'm going to scissor jacks in just a moment. Excuse me, Poppy. 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm to opposite leg. Go. Pace yourself for the first 30 seconds. Nothing big, nothing fast. Whew, my feet are burning already. That's good. 30 seconds. If you feel like upping the pace, go for it. I'm going to stay in mine. Shaking out my feet a little bit. 15 seconds. Finish strong. 10. Max heart rate. Go for it.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Whew. If you're not breathing heavy, you're missing it. You're missing what we're going for. Glad you're relaxed, Poppy. Steady your breathing, steady your heart rate. Pet your dog. Minute and a half of rest. We'll be on those Santanas next. Planked position. Bring your arms back behind you. Again, feel free to go hands and knees or hands and toes. Heart rate should start setting up about now. At that 1 minute marker, should be mostly recovered. By the 2 minute marker, if it's not, pause. Take a breather. Grab some water. Give yourself an extra minute or 2. Recovering from that sprint can be pretty tough. All right. 30 seconds. Again, with your plank, squeeze your chest, squeeze your armpits, squeeze your rib cage down, your hips up. Get a nice flat line going from your shoulders down to your knees or your toes, whichever plank you decide to do. Then you'll alternate, one arm coming back at a time. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Exercise.
Smooth and steady. We're not trying to get our heart rate through the roof quite yet. 30 seconds remaining. Hopefully your floor is cleaner than mine. Dropping to my knees for the last bit. I'm a big boy. All right, hop on up. Getting started with those lateral fast feet. Excuse me, puppy. Let's go. 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 She's not happy about it. I'm gonna start off steady. My feet were killing me last one. Those scissor jacks. I'm gonna find something working for me. You do a little step like this. Actually, I forgot to discuss with the scissor jacks. Last 30 seconds though, I'm gonna give me a hop. "15 seconds.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Time. Take a breather. That's round 1 of 3. I chose a cold day to do VO2 max. I can feel it up in here. As some may have noticed, I'm more of the lift heavy weights to move fast, but got to do more. Always, anywhere, anytime, any place, even in quarantine, pandemic times. Put that back on top. All right. Not as bad as a scissor jack for sure, but still pretty exhausting. A little rough on my feet too. Those flat feet, they're not so strong on the lateral motion. I had to ease onto it, avoid any sort of rolling in my ankle. That would be the least ideal thing to happen, other than my dog jumping under me while I'm doing them, which I wouldn't put past her. I can definitely start feeling my feet right now, my calves. Definitely can feel my heart rate. But by the end of this, shouldn't be sore anywhere in particular, except maybe the feet and calves. More than anything, I should just feel exhausted. And so can you. You too, I mean. Okay. Alternating single leg hinges next. Again, this is just a steady workout. We're not trying to get our heart rate through the roof quite yet. Get some big mobility in your hamstrings, great. Keep a nice steady balance, awesome.
3,
you need a little assist.
2, 1.
Demo right now.
Exercise.
You can grab yourself a Swiffer and kick back with it. I think I'll be okay without it though, personally. A little off balance on that one. That's what I get for putting that Swiffer away. 30 seconds, we're on those scissor jacks. This is set number 3 of our VO2 max workouts, being that the laterals were the second set. So, heart should be nice and warm, ready to really push itself. Same with your feet. If you want a good opportunity to explode, this is it. 10 seconds, we'll go opposite arm, opposite leg, into the scissor jacks. 3, 2, 1, opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're feeling a little exhausted, you can step into it. That way it's not as tough. Or you can continue with your jumps. 30 seconds. Ooh, my feet, my ankle, my shin splints, my tight calves, my tight Achilles tendon. I'm gonna work past it though. Time to gas it. 10 seconds, go.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Good stuff. And check my pulse by counting the beats every 6 seconds, multiplying it by 10. (180 beats per minute. That's the max heart rate. If that's not max, it's definitely close. Which is what we're going for. And a nice steady recovery. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Calm that breathing. If you're in the cold, realize the better you're breathing, the more warmth you're going to deliver to your throat. I know my throat's feeling it. 1 minute. Don't forget to grab water. That's 3 VO2 maxes gone, 3 2 left, 3 VO2 left. Your brain runs on carbohydrates, so if you're having trouble thinking, good for you. Santanas are next, 30 seconds. Planking position, squeeze your chest, squeeze your armpits, squeeze your ribcage down and your hips up, creating a nice flat surface. Going from your shoulders down to your knees or your feet, your ankles, whichever you're bracing on. And you'll reach your arms back. Make sure to keep that shoulder squeeze. I'm good.
3, 2, 1. Exercise.
Take it slow, take it steady. My feet are feeling it more than anything. Even on these, I feel the feet more than anything. This just tells me I need to work more on my ballistics and my feet, do more footwork. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a hop, sometimes it's yoga. And either way, nothing I didn't know in my adulthood that I didn't spend nearly enough time taking care of my feet. Lateral in and outs. Feel free to step into it as you get exhausted. This guy. Work that quarantine body for all it's worth. "20 seconds. Save a little bit for the last 10. 10 seconds.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Drop my phone. One more round. And we will be done. 2 more VO2 max workouts. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Avoid that hyperventilation. Hi, Poppy. My dog loves me. Hi, Poppy. One more minute. She's going to climb on me. I can already tell. Yep. Right on cue. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. Ah! It's my face. You want a hug? You want a hug? Make it quick. Ooh, my calf is shaking a little bit. That's good. My muscles are twitching, likely because they're trying to get more oxygen, more fluid to recover from these workouts, which means that they are challenged, which is the goal. I'm recovered. Last set. Single leg deadlift, or I'm sorry, single leg hinge. There's no lifting involved in this one.
3, 2,
Brace one leg,
1.
knee bent.
Exercise.
Weight in the heel, a little bit in the toe. Big toe, little toe. Back legs pointing straight down. Hips are pointing straight down. Chest, core, straight down. Take your time. You still have an opportunity to recover during this. Those scissor jacks, you won't have much of an opportunity to recover. Why? It's a full body motion. This has minimal muscle recruitment, mostly the hamstring, a little bit inside of the hips, the core. I'd say about 30 to 50% of your maximal muscle recruitment. Versus the scissor jacks, you're swinging your arms, you're kicking your legs, you're twisting your core and your hips. You're using everything at once. Which means you can get that heart rate through the roof because there's oxygen demand all over your body. So that heart rate, go, go, go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Scissor jacks. Last set. Yeah, I can run forever. I did 5 miles not more than a month ago. But scissor jacks, man, it really killed me. It's the feet. Definitely the feet. Can't use that heel to toe like you do with a run. Scissor jacks, you gotta go toe to toe. Just big bounces in the toe the whole time. Last 20 seconds. Save something for the last 10. Last 10, let's go. Sprint, sprint, move, 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 move.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Thank you, Bobby. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Avoid hyperventilation. Calm your breath. Calm your mind. The rest will follow. Saliva build up due to exhaustion. Need more water. One more v02 max drill. One more Santana. One more lateral fast feet. In and out, in and out. And we're done today, guys and gals. Not a moment too soon. I got a class to teach. Essential worker, a nurse. Appreciate your work too. Salute to those essential heroes. grocery store, doctors, nurses. Alright. Last set. Oh man, my right calf is feeling it. That's good though. Santana's. 5, 4,
3, 2,
2.
1.
Clench your chest, clench your
Exercise.
armpits, raise your rib cage down, your hips up, reach your arm up and over. Excuse me, puppy. Shirley chooses the best times to get in the way. Oh. I'm going to move down to my knees, save my feet a little bit of torment. My arms are doing fine, which is surprising, because I've been trying to hit those push-ups. It's my feet, man. My feet hurt. You're killing me. 10 seconds. We're on those laterals. Hop up, in and out. Little hops, big hops, fast hops, little steps, whatever. Just keep working. Work with me, work with yourself. Pre-workout, man. "20 seconds. 15. 10 seconds, less than. 5.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
I'm gonna lay here for a second. That's good. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, Poppy, that's not a good spot at all. She's laying right on my calf. She must know that I need to stretch it. We're going to start off with a staff pose. I wrote seated back bend, but I'm going to change it up a little bit because I need to stretch out my feet. Staff pose, you're going to curl your toes underneath your heels, underneath your ankles. No more than hip distance apart, no less than hip distance apart. And you'll gently take a sit down on them, stretching out the feet, stretching out the toes, stretching out your arches, stretching out your Achilles tendon. If you're finding it tough, you can bring your hands down to the floor and still sit back, press into those toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. We're going to do a back bend next. Go ahead and extend those toes out behind you. Again, feet, ankles, toes, hip distance apart. You're going to take a sit down on your heels. You're going to crawl back with your hands. If you have trouble bracing in your hands, you can go one arm at a time, one hand at a time. Reach up and over. Or if you're mobile enough, you can go both hands and just follow along. Once you get that back bend going, whether you're reaching up and over or you're doing both hands, you're going to thrust your hips forward. I'm going to try to hide my belly for you. Hide my six pack. Or whatever I've got going on down there. It's a mystery. Thrust those hips. If you're doing one side at a time, go ahead and swap. Take some nice deep breaths. Keep thrusting those hips in the air. Stretch out the shin. Stretch out your knee. Stretch out your quadricep and your hip. Front of your thigh and the front of your abdomen. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh gosh, come on up. Whew. We're going to go ahead and go into a quarter pigeon. You'll fold one knee out in front of you. Make sure to maintain a parallel. The other leg, you're going to bend back behind you and sit onto that ankle. Chest upright, core braced. Fold your back forward, stretching out the side of that glute. Good. You're going to go ahead and crawl your hand back behind you. Same hand to whichever leg is folded in front. And reach back. Thrust your hips forward. And you're going to stretch out the front of that hip and thigh of the back leg. Don't mind this. Beep. Oh. We're all friends here, right? Goodness. That's right, like really needed that stretch. Change sides. Again, fold it perpendicular to your body. The back leg is going to be folded back. Toes pointed back behind you. Reach forward. Chest upright, core braced. Usually I have to lose the vest for these workouts, but I guess today I did all right. I get pretty sweaty. In the v02 max workout, somehow I didn't get sweaty enough. Stretching out that glute of this lead leg. Glute medius in particular, the side glute. We'll go ahead and crawl back and reach up and over. Thrusting through your hips. Clench your glutes, brace your core. Breathe through it. All right. Left leg's not so bad, surprisingly. All right, we're going to stand up for our last few stretches. Yeah, start off with a nice wide base. Toes pointed straight ahead. Slight bend in the knees. You're going to reach down your thigh over and across, opening up your oblique. Keep your chest upright, avoid leaning forward. For a triangle. Take some deep breaths. Other side. My belly. Hope you don't mind my belly hanging out. I don't mind if yours is. Then again, I'm over here and you're somewhere on the interweb watching this video. I hope. Come on up. We're going to stretch out our IT bands next. Want you to cross one leg over the other. Might want a Swiffer to assist you in your balance. This back leg is what we're targeting. Our IT band is going to be on the side, on the outside glute. Get slight bend in the knee. Chest upright, core brace. Think of those hinges. You want to press your hips back while keeping your back flat. And this back leg, you should feel a nice big stretch on the outside of the back thigh, outside of the knee, top of the hip. Good. Come on up. Swap out. Cross the leg over. Chest upright, core braced. Ugh, can't talk without any carbs in my system. Back flat, tailbone lifted. Slight bend in this back knee, just a real slight one. Reach forward with your chest, reach back with your hips. Really big reach back with the hips. That's definitely very important. Probably more important. Good, come on up. 2 more stretches. We're going to do a flat back, feet hip distance apart, which means right below the hip bone, not outside the hip, right below the hip bone. Knees slight bend. Go ahead and place your hands on your thigh to assist you in pressing your hips back, keeping your back flat, and bringing your chest forward for a flat back. Ooh, I am dripping sweat now. That was the goal though. I'm trying to figure out how to do a run without hopping on a treadmill, without heading into traffic. Knock out some scissor jacks. Do some variations to the run. Isolate little motions inside of it. And you can knock out a sprint aerobic workout like this. Clasp your fingers together, press out and up and over the head. Reach as tall as you can, clenching your glutes, stack it underneath your abdomen, clenching your shoulder blades to stack it over, clenching your core. Get a nice, tall, straight, tight core set. Reach as tall as you can. Gently thrust your hips forward, continuing to reach tall. Keep that core braced to avoid any pressure on the lumbar. Start getting a gentle bend backwards. Very gently, starting from the top vertebrae down. Bring it on down. All right. Whew. That concludes our Sprint VO2 Max workout. I hope y'all were challenged. I hope y'all were successful. You didn't feel successful? Well, shoot me a line, leave me a comment. I'll try to give you some ideas of how you can regress this workout to better suit you. Or if you weren't feeling challenged, shoot me a line, leave me a comment. Let me know so that way I can give you a better idea of how to progress this workout to your needs. But, you know, as ever with spot training, we try to keep it minimalist. We try to avoid any sort of specialty equipment because in this kind of environment, you know, I think it's very possible for us to do more anywhere. I think it's very possible for us to challenge ourselves in strength, endurance, cardiovascular ability, in this case VO2 max, and all sorts of other ways that you can work out. Whether you're on your patio and you've got a towel or just a backpack or even just some mats. Let me know if you need any assistance or if you have any more questions. Leave me a comment or you can visit my website, spotmetraining.com, for a lot more of my exercise videos, a lot more about this program. Or you can even look at some of our classes that we hold there, which are going to be online through Zoom. I think that's it. I'm getting gassy. That freaking pre-workout BCAAs, I hate them. But I'm going to go knock out some cards, try to get some brain activity going again so I can speak to y'all again tomorrow again. All right. Thanks again for showing up today. I'll see y'all on the next workout.